Hi class, I hope you're having a great day today. As I'm filming this, I am in Des Moines. We are staying overnight, and so I'm filming this so that you can hopefully learn a little bit about probability today. If you're watching this early this morning, we have not played yet. Our game is actually at 11:45. Hopefully, if you are watching this in the afternoon, you have heard that maybe we have won. So what I need you to do right now is to start warming up by simplifying the fractions. Put them in simplest form. Please take attendance and pause the video while the students work on simplifying those fractions. Thanks. In our first example, we can divide both by 2. We get 6/25. In our second example, we divide both by 14 and get 1/2. Our next example, we divide both by 4 to get 4/5. In number 4, we divide both by 5 in order to get 1/5. For number 5, we divide both by 6 to get 3/5. And our final answer is 4/7 dividing both by 6. Again, we're going to work on simplifying some fractions using probability. Our essential question for today is, in an experiment, how can you determine the number of possible results? Our next activity says to work with a partner. However, I am going to ask a person to come up front, or the sub can choose a person to come up front and do these. You are going to flip a dime or a penny or a quarter. There are blank possible results. Please answer that. And then, out of 20 flips, how many times do you think you will flip heads? Please answer that. And then have either the sub or a student flip that coin 20 times and determine how many times you got. Please pause the video and do the activity A. In activity A, there are 2 possible results, heads and tails. Out of 20 flips, you will probably think there should be about 10 heads. Did you get the same results? How close was your guess? Is it going to be exactly that? Our next activity is activity B. You spin the spinner shown. There are blank possible results. Out of 20 spins, you think you will spin orange how many times? We are not going to do this activity, but if you spun the spinner 20 times, hopefully you guessed that there would be approximately 4 times that you would get that. There are 5 different choices, so out of 20 spins, you would probably spin orange about 4 times. In our last activity, activity C, you are to spin this spinner with numbers 1 to 10. There are how many possible results? Yes, there are 10. Out of 20 spins, how many times do you think you will spin a 4? Hopefully you said something around 2 times. You may spin a few more, you may spin a few less. We are again not going to do this activity, but you should know that there were 10 possible results, and you will probably spin about 2 times. Thinking back to the last activity we just did, the question is posed, do you have a better chance of spinning an even number or a multiple of 4? Explain your reasoning. First, I know that I have 5 chances to spin an even number: 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. The other thing that I must find is how many multiples of 4 are there. 4 and 8 are the only multiples of 4. So I have 5 chances of spinning an even number and 2 chances of spinning a multiple of 4. In our second question, do you have a better chance of spinning an even number or an odd number? Even numbers, again, are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Thus, there are 5 chances. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Also 5 numbers. So there is an equal chance of spinning an even and an odd number. Our final warm-up activity is you will spin the spinner shown. The numbers 1 through 8 are on the spinner. How many possible results are there? Hopefully you said 8. Number 2, of the possible results, in how many ways can you spin an even number? Yes, there should be 4 ways to spin an even number. 2, 4, 6, and 8. So there are 4 different ways. How many ways can you spin an odd number? Hopefully you said also 4. 1, 3, 5, and 7. Today we are talking about outcomes and events. An experiment is an investigation or a procedure that has varying results. That means you can get different results. The possible results of an experiment are called outcomes. A collection of one or more outcomes is an event. The outcomes of a specific event are called favorable outcomes. For example, randomly selecting a marble from a group of marbles is an experiment. Each marble in the group is an outcome. Selecting a green marble from the group is an event. So possible outcomes of this include I could choose a purple marble, a blue marble, a green marble, a yellow marble, or a red marble. The event is choosing a green marble, and there are 2 favorable outcomes because there are 2 green marbles. If I were to choose a purple marble, there would only be 1 favorable outcome. A number cube is actually a die or a pair of dice. What are the possible outcomes on 1 dice? Yes, you should have said 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Those are possible outcomes on a number cube. Question B asks, what are the favorable outcomes of rolling an even number? We must examine what the even numbers are. The even numbers are 2, 4, and 6. Not even are 1, 3, and 5. So favorable outcomes are 2, 4, and 6. Question C, what are the favorable outcomes for rolling a number greater than 5? We must determine the number greater than 5 is only 1, but it is 6. So we have 1 favorable outcome of rolling a number greater than 5. You randomly choose a letter from a hat that contains the letter A through K. What are the possible outcomes? Hopefully, you said all of the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. As you can see in B, what are the favorable outcomes for choosing a vowel? Again, vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. In A through K, we only have the vowels A, E, and I, so those are the 3 favorable outcomes that we have. You spin the spinner. How many possible outcomes are there? The spinner has 6 sections, so there are actually 6 possible outcomes. Even though I see 3 red ones, there are still 6 different sections, so there are 6 possible outcomes. In how many ways can spinning a red occur? Since we see there are 3 different red sections, we have 3 ways that red can occur. Question C, in how many ways can spinning not purple occur? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are not purple. So there is 5 ways that spinning not purple can occur. In this example, you choose a random marble. How many possible outcomes are there? Hopefully you said there are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, because there are 8 marbles. Question B asks, in how many ways can choosing blue occur? I see 1 blue and 2 blues, so there are 2 ways that blue can occur. Question C asks, in how many ways can choosing not yellow occur? Not yellow will mean purple, blue, red, green, and blue. Since there are 5 not yellow, there are 5 different ways we can choose that. So what are the favorable outcomes for choosing not yellow? Those are blue, blue, red, green, and purple. What are the favorable outcomes for drawing a face card in a deck of cards? For those of you who do not know about playing cards, in a deck of cards there are 4 suits: hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. Each suit has ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a jack, which is a face card, a queen, which is a face card, a king, which is a face card, and as I already mentioned, the ace is also a face card. So there are 3 face cards: queen, jack, king, and 4 suits, so there are 12 favorable outcomes. Again, an ace is not a face card, as I mentioned earlier. Jack, queen, and king, cards that actually have a face on them. So 3 face cards in each suit, 4 suits, therefore there are 12 favorable outcomes. That wraps up our lesson on outcomes. Please allow the rest of class to work on the homework, page 404 and 405. The problems are 4 through 26 even. Have a great day, and go Trojans!